Hey everybody, this is Shawna with Bull's Voice. I'm here doing an interview today with Stilts. He is the business manager of SHAMAN HANDS, so y'all come check it out. Hey everybody, welcome to Bull's Voice. I'm Shawna and I'm here with Stilts, the business owner of SHAMAN HANDS. Welcome to Bull's Voice. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Well, I'm from Durham originally, Durham, North Carolina, so it feels good to be back in the city. Right now, I just got back last night from McLeansville, North Carolina. That's where I'm staying right now. And grew up here, went to A&T in Greensboro for college in 1999, studied computer science there, graduated in 2004. And it's interesting because my journey kind of switched like in the middle of my college career, like right around 2001. I passed my first kidney stone when I was 19 years old. So that was like a huge life changer right there. So I had to do a lot of my own research to try to figure out what was going on because conventional medicine wasn't really helping me like that. I was on my parents' insurance at the time while I was in college. And so I was going back and forth to all different kinds of doctors all throughout the state. I had these prescription pills that I was on, and they said that I actually had to take these pills for the rest of my life. So it was like 4 huge pills I had to take every day. They did all kinds of tests on me, but it never really amounted to any solutions. And then after I graduated from college, I wasn't able to continue the medical insurance that I was on from my parents because I was no longer in school. And then the conditions just got worse and worse over time. So fast forward to 2008, I've had an episode that was so bad that I had to stop working, couldn't work anymore. And then I ended up leaving Greensboro to move to Raleigh for a little bit just to recover. I was staying at a friend's house. And through that recovery, I had a lot of time to do my own research and like really get into like learning about stuff that was like considered more on the alternative side of things. And then that's when I found out about this book, Natural Cures That I Want You to Know About.
Yeah.
And have you heard of that?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the author's name is Kevin Trudeau. And so he wrote this book, and his thing was he wanted to put out information to let people know that there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes that was being kept from the public as far as like natural ways of healing and that sort of thing. And so through reading that, I had a lot of background that I was gaining to help me realize that there was like other stuff that I could do outside of what the doctors were telling me. So in 2008, later on that year, I went to see a surgeon because my condition had gotten so bad. He told me that I had to have surgery. I really didn't have any choice. I had to have it right there because it was so severe. And by that point, I had done enough research to know that I had other options that I wanted to look into before I just committed to that. So I refused the surgery. I went to go see a natural herbalist in Greensboro, North Carolina. And he put me on to the structured water that he sells. It's a type of ionized water that he makes. And it basically changes the structure of the molecules so that they are, when you drink the water, the cells like basically absorb the water almost immediately because of the shape of the molecule. And it basically flushes out the entire system. And he put me onto this water. I was drinking the water for about a week. And at the end of that week, I had passed all 3 stones that I had lodged, like halfway in my urethra without any invasive methods or anything like that. So through that experience and through other study that I had already been doing, like that had got me closer and closer to what I'm doing now, which is energy medicine and energy healing. It just like spearheaded my research that much further, and my interest just grew through more and more. So that's what I'm doing now is the energy healing. And I now have a website, SHAMANHANDS.com. If anybody wants to check that out, just go on to SHAMANHANDS.com. There's all types of blogs up there, testimonials up there. I got all different kinds of information that talk more about what I do in detail. And it's a lot of different things I could go into, but basically the gist of it is I did my own research to study how to learn how to do energy medicine through books and videos and stuff like that over time. It started around 2007. And then in 2011, I studied Reiki formally, and I got a Reiki 1 degree. So now I'm actually able to do it publicly and provide my services to the public.
So is this something that you went to school for, or you just basically took it into your own hands to help yourself in a non-pharmaceutical way?
Took it into my own hands, yeah. And I would say that the Reiki was considered a class, but it was like in somebody's home. My Reiki master teacher, she teaches classes out of her home. It was about 5 or 6 of us taking the class at once. It was like a month-long period. And so that was probably as formal as it got for me. But all the other study that I did was just on my own through like reading. I stayed in Barnes and Noble all the time, just like researching books, doing that sort of thing, and then practicing like with myself on my own body, and then friends and family. Because really, like when I got into energy medicine, for me, one of the things that really hit home was how it took care of the pain.
Yeah.
Because kidney stones is like pain that I don't even know how to describe, and that was the only thing that really took care of the pain side of it. So when I got with artists and he put me on the water and he was teaching me some other things, that helped like actually get rid of the stones out of my body. But as far as the pain was concerned, that's when the energy medicine came in. So that was what really did it for me, like noticing how much it took care of the pain. And I've been through a lot of other painful experiences too. I had a lot of mouth work done, like I had some oral surgery done when I was younger. I had migraines growing up at one point. So a lot of my experiences were just really painful. So when I got into energy medicine and I saw what it did for the pain, I just dove all the way in.
Besides the kidney stones, what other physical body conditions do you help with your Shaman Hands business?
Good question. Really, ultimately, it's really for anything. So here's the thing. It's like we have a physical body. Our physical body has organ systems. We have a circulatory system, digestive system, that sort of thing. But one of the things I like to teach people is that we have a completely separate body outside of that. It's called the energy body. So this energy body has its own organs. It has its own organ system. So like the chakra system, for example, or the meridian system. The auric field is probably the most widely known. But it's a lot of different energy systems that's in this energy body. So what I do is, and this is where my computer science background comes into play too, because I was a software engineer in college. That's what I studied. So what I help people understand is that the body itself is actually a computer. So like the physical body that we see here is like the hardware, but the energy body is like the software. So by tapping into the software body, by like breathing techniques, different body awareness techniques that I use, and like raising my chi energy up, tapping into that, by aligning all of the different organ systems in the energy body, then that energy reverberates out into the physical body. Because everything starts in the energy body first. So like, no matter what you're going through in the physical body, like say you have an ailment, like say for instance your elbow's hurting real bad, or like you maybe got in a car accident or something, you have like a bruised elbow or injury there. There's something going on in your energy body that actually caused that ultimately. And then that's just the way that they manifest it in the physical body. So it could be a number of different things, but anything that's going on in the physical body starts in the energy body first.
So are you saying it's more of a mental thing than a physical thing?
Absolutely.
So where did this energetic healing technique originate at? Is it in the United States? Because it sounds like something I see on some Jackie Chan movie or something like that.
Well, I mean, it goes all the way back to ancient times, indigenous cultures, and a lot of this stuff is really just now coming back out into the public, especially in the Western world. So like a lot of the Eastern practices like Tai Chi and different things like that, like these people have been tapped into this for eons, you know what I'm saying? So if you really just take it back like thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, like this stuff comes from all the way back there. It's just now a lot of that stuff has trickled over into the Western world, and now it's coming out more to the public. Because you know, we're in the information age now, so you can go on the internet, you know, there's YouTube, there's all these things, Facebook, all this different stuff where like information is just like pouring out to the public from all different angles. And so now I think that people are starting to understand that this stuff really isn't new. It's just, you know, it's being reintroduced, so to speak.
So you're bringing from what happened in like the ancient times, and you're offering it to people in the local, well, not local area, because I heard you're moving to Atlanta now.
Yeah,
so
I am moving to Atlanta.
That. What made you decide to make that big move?
Wow, it's a lot of reasons I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm actually moving to Atlanta next week, this week coming up. And a lot of the people I work with are down in Atlanta now. I have a lot of friends down there that's in the music scene. I actually do music too as well. So it's a huge network down there for me that I'm already tapped into. I have a radio show that I do on Blog Talk Radio, and the entire team, if you will, that's on the same network that I'm on, everybody's pretty much down there already, and then a lot of other people are headed down there, and it's just a huge network of people down there as far as the music scene, the health scene that I've already been tapping into. It'll just be a lot easier for me to like build everything that I'm doing.
You have to get more publicity, so to say.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the music you do. Trying to get a little bit off subject, but tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I started playing guitar. I've always been into music, but I started playing guitar when I was in high school, my senior year. I took lessons for probably about a month, took private lessons, and then I went to college, and then I kind of got away from it for a little bit, and then my junior year I actually picked it back up because my roommate had a guitar, and so we kind of just got each other back into it, and then I started performing, and then before I knew it, there was a gentleman by the name of Josephus Thompson. He was doing poetry. He had an event going on campus at A&T, and so he saw me and my friend playing outside on the Union steps, and then he came out and asked if we wanted to come in and accompany one of his pieces, and we did. He liked it, and then he invited us to join the group, and I just started performing with him for like the next 3 years. I was doing performances on stages, doing workshops for the children, all different kinds of stuff in that area. But that's like a whole nother it's like a whole nother side of me that some people don't even know about. A lot of people know me just from the music side. A lot of people know me just from the healing work that I do. Some people know both, but mainly like over the past few years it's just been more focused on the healing.
So you're more of a spiritual guy than a religious?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, well tell us a little bit more about your blog, your radio blog, and how we can, listen and keep up with you since you're going to be moving away.
Okay. Well, the blog can be found, as I mentioned before, the website is SHAMANHANDS.com, and if you go to SHAMANHANDS.com, the blog is actually on that first page. So the blogs go all the way down. If you scroll down, I got blogs like all the way back since earlier this year. As far as the radio show is concerned, there's a link on the website that you can click on. It's called Living the Line Radio. So when you click on that link, it'll take you straight to the archive section on Blog Talk Radio where the show is that I do. The show is called The Ancient Youth. The Ancient Youth. Yeah, it's called The Ancient Youth. The Ancestors Have Arrived. And I actually took a small hiatus for the time being because I wanted to focus on the relocation. But once I get down to Atlanta and get settled, I'm gonna pick it right back up. But the show will be aired every Wednesday. I haven't decided on the exact time yet, but it'll either be 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. to 11. But if you want to check out the archives, all the archives for the show that I was doing before, or the shows that I was doing before, it's the same series. They were on Monday nights. All the archives that I talk about the chakra system. Basically, the theme of the show is about the youth of today and how the youth of today are so different, and we go into why that is, all the different implications that has, the high sensitivities that the youth have today. It's kind of like the X-Men story, really. And all this evolving that's taking place and the shifting that's going on all over the planet. So we talk to the elders about what's going on. We talk to the youth about what's going on. We basically just come together to bridge the gaps. My co-host, her name is, we call her Mama AZ. She's known as Miss Arizona's. We call her Mama AZ for short, and she's a Native American elder medicine woman. So she's in her 60s, so she's basically bringing the perspective of the elders, I'm bringing the perspective of the youth, and then we just tie it all together every week. Just getting different opinions to help with the best solution. Absolutely, yeah. We talk about current events, we talk about astrology, we talk about what's going on with the planets, how that energy is affecting us here on this planet. Just different things that are going on in society, why certain things are happening, why the intensity of certain things is so high at different times, and we just sometimes we don't even know what we're talking about till like the day before the show, so keep it pretty fresh. So you do physical energetic healing, right? Yeah, is there a way you can possibly do a demonstration so we can see exactly what it is that you do? Sure, I would love to. Are you feeling any pain right now? A little bit in my elbow. In your elbow? Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. We talked about the elbow before. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So yeah, tell her what did you experience? Like, what was it like?
At first it was like kind of weird. It's like, why is he breathing so hard? And then now, it feels kind of better. It's first it was tingly, and I felt to move a little bit, and I was like, be gone. It's about 1.5 right now. So Shaman Hands really works. Y'all check them out. Y'all saw him go super sand. So thank y'all for coming over here for the interview.